What's up and welcome to the All Media channel. Today we're taking a deep dive into a murder investigation of a beloved mother of 5 and how her case is connected to the Louisiana Parole Board's proceedings. Conducting case analysis to compare the board's decisions, we are able to determine if all prisoners are treated fairly or if race and/or bias and prejudices still have an effect on the parole board's decisions in the state of Louisiana. We'll cover 4 cases: a domestic violence case, a shooting, a stabbing, and a gruesome murder. But before we get into the parole hearing analysis, it's important that we first acknowledge and give a voice to the victim in our top case, her family, and friends. Donna Sue Parr Reagan was born on September 25, 1963 to parents Carol Sue Terry Parr and David Reagan. Donna was raised in Monroe, Louisiana with her mother, siblings, and stepfather Harry Wells. Donna, after her first marriage failed, a single mother of 2, met and married Gregory Mackens. The couple would have 3 additional children together and live a seemingly normal life until Donna lost her life in a most brutal and violent attack at the hands of her husband. During the early morning hours of August 18, 1998, Officer Orville Doster of the Union Parish Sheriff's Department was dispatched to the Farmerville Hospital. At the hospital, the suspect, Gregory Mackens, told officers Doster and Dwayne Leonard that he had stabbed himself. Mackens suffered from multiple stab wounds and cut wrists. Mackens told the officers that his wife was with him earlier. He also told the officers that he tried to commit suicide off of Highway 34, and that he had thrown the knife into a wooded area. The officers suspected that Mackens' wounds were self-inflicted. Mackens was then transferred to E.A. Conway Hospital in Monroe, Louisiana. Officer Richard Giddens, from the Ouachita Parish Sheriff's Department, was dispatched to Conway Hospital regarding Mackens' self-inflicted wounds. Officer Giddens advised the defendant of his Miranda rights and questioned him along with Sergeant Mark Mashaw. Mackens told the officers that he stabbed himself while he was alone. Sergeant Mashaw stated that Mackens said that although his wife was not with him at the time he stabbed himself, they had been in a fight earlier in the evening. Mackens gave the officers his ex-wife's address, a description of where he stabbed himself, and the location where he disposed of the knife. The Ouachita officers likewise suspected that Mackens' wounds were self-inflicted. The officers left Conway Hospital to begin the search for Donna, the knife, and a possible crime scene. Upon arriving to Highway 34 and conducting a search of the area Mackens stated he had been, police found a body in a sand pit off of Highway 34, which was later determined to be the body of Donna Sue Parr Reagan Mackens. Gregory Mackens was then arrested on August 20, 1998, for the murder of his wife Donna Sue Parr Reagan Mackens. Dr. Stephen Hain, a forensic pathologist expert, performed Donna's autopsy. The autopsy revealed that Donna died from a total of 5 stab wounds and 1 slash wound. Dr. Hain testified that there was a total of 9 stab wounds, which included penetrating wounds to the chest, 3 stab wounds to the left lung, 1 stab wound to the heart, and another to the right lung, as well as the slash wound that was found across Donna's neck. Dr. Hain stated that he found defensive posturing injuries on Donna's right and left upper extremities. He further testified that it appeared that Donna was beaten first, then stabbed several times. In addition, Dr. Hain testified that it was unlikely that Donna ever had control of the knife, and it was unlikely that the knife was taken from her as Mackens had claimed due to a lack of bruising on Donna's palms. Mackens was tried and convicted of second-degree murder for the brutal slaying of his wife Donna Sue Parr Reagan Mackens. He was sentenced to life imprisonment at hard labor. However, in 2023, Gregory Mackens applied for and was ultimately granted parole with the assistance of Donna's youngest 2 children, Gregory Jr. and Roxy. In one of the most upsetting rulings, convicted murderer Gregory Mackens Sr. was relieved of his life sentence and has since been released from prison. Despite law enforcement opposition, lack of support from Donna's family, and no support from Donna's eldest 3 children, one of which, David Reagan, has recently passed away in an apparent suicide. Absolutely certain that David's untimely death, as well as the absence of Donna's family and eldest children, is clear evidence of the family's continued trauma and suffering. Follow us through our multi-part series on the Louisiana Parole Board as we take a close look at Gregory's parole hearing to better understand how a callous, cold-blooded, and convicted murderer gets out of jail after being sentenced to life in prison. Because Gregory's parole hearing was unlike any of the others on our list. We'll first take a look at the other 3 hearings so that the viewers have a full understanding of how they're normally conducted, what questions are typical and asked in every parole hearing, and most importantly, so that the viewers can observe the judge's demeanors, attitudes, habits, and pet peeves, if you will, so that viewers can easily notice and decipher any differences as we go from one hearing to another. Rest in peace to Donna Sue Parr Reagan and to her son David Reagan. We send our condolences and prayers to Donna's family and friends. Do you think Gregory Mackens deserved to be paroled? If still alive, Donna Sue Parr Reagan would be 59 years, a grandmother, and just about to head into her golden years. Do you think justice was served? What do you think about Donna's youngest 2 children advocating for their father who murdered their mother? Have they betrayed the mother and family? Let us know your thoughts and be sure to hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons down below to stay tuned for part 2. Thank you for watching All Media.